Phillies hosting the Braves, and the Braves are minus 120 on the money line. The Phillies are plus 108. The over-under, 8.5 runs. The Braves, laying a run and a half on the run line, are plus 122, meaning if you bet them that way, they must win this game by a minimum of 2. And the Phillies, getting a run and a half on the run line, are minus 146, meaning if you bet them that way and they win this game outright, you win. They lose by 1, you win. These are the overnight odds. They're going to change the closer we get to first pitch tomorrow. Thank you, everyone who has joined the Discord. If you have not yet, go to my website, rawsportstalk.com. Click on the membership tab. The Discord link is in the $14.99 package. When you join, you'll get a link and it'll have my best picks in it. Now, be advised for all of these games on the Northeast, the weather has been atrocious there. There's been so many rains and so many rainouts. So be mindful when you bet these games that the starter may be in, but he may not last long depending upon the weather. Now, Fried pitched 5 times against the Phillies last year. 6 innings, 2 runs, 2 earned. They won that game 6-3. He struck out 5. 6 innings, 3 runs, 3 earned. They lost that game 6-4. In Philly, he struck out 8. 6 innings, 2 runs, 2 earned. They won that game 7-2. He struck out 4. 5 innings, 1 run, 1 earned. They lost 1-0. In Philadelphia, he struck out 8. 3 1/3, 6 runs, 4 of which were earned. They lost that game 6-4, and he struck out 2. They are 4-1 as a team in his last 5 starts. He has got an ERA of 2. He averages 6 innings pitched and 6 strikeouts per game in those games. The over has hit in his last 3 starts, and the over is 4-1 in his last 5. And when you have an ERA of 2 and the overs are hitting, it means you're getting a lot of run support. Now, I read off how he did in his last 5 against the Phillies, but on average in his last 3 starts, 4 2/3, 5.7 hits, 3 runs, 2.3 which were earned, 4.7 strikeouts, 1.7 walks, 0.7 home runs, and 92.7 pitches. For the Phillies, Wheeler pitched once against the Braves this year. 8 shutout innings. They won that game 2-1 in Atlanta, and he struck out 12 in that game. They are 2-3 as a team in his last 5 starts. He's averaging 6 1/3 innings pitched with an ERA of 1.8, and he's striking out 7.4 batters per game in those games. And the under is 3-2 in his last 5. Now, in his last 3 appearances against the Braves, he's averaging 7 innings pitched. The under has hit in all 3 of the last 3. 4 hits, 1.3 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, 0.7 walks, 0.3 home runs, and 91.7 pitches. Head-to-head, the home team is 5-5. These teams are 5-5 against each other in their last 10. The underdog is 7-3 on the money line. The underdog getting a run and a half on the run line, also 7-3. The over is hitting their last 2. The over is 6-3-1. There's been one one-run game in their last 10 meetings, and the game's going over 8.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-3, the over at 8.5 runs. Now, the games they played today, because they split a doubleheader, and I absolutely hate doing doubleheaders because they always change the pitchers. The Phillies won the second game 7-5. The Braves won the first game 10-8. The Braves are 5-5 in their last 10, 2-2 in their last 4, and the over is 7-3 in their last 10. The over is hitting their last 2. For the Phillies, they are 5-5 in their last 10 as well, 2-2 in their last 4, and the over-under is 5-5. The over hitting their last 2. Wheeler seems to be pitching exceptionally against the Braves. Sometimes a guy just does well. I'm going to take the home underdog here. I'm going to take the Phillies with the money line. I'm taking the Phillies laying the runs, and I'm going over. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.